And welcome back to Late Nights and Islas, my friends. Thanks for your audience. We have tonight the crew of LA, and we have a trailer video for you. Please enjoy. Oh, make sure you share on all your social media. If you're watching Facebook back there, please go to our YouTube channel, latenightsinIslas.com. Make sure to comment, like, and share the video.
In an era of Trump, ignorance, and hate, representation matters now more than ever. That's one of the driving forces behind the series that is LA. We're here to tell stories about people of color by people of color. We want to bring to life the truth of what it means to be a POC in LA.
The series follows Aiden Alvarez as he navigates being a Latinx striving for a career in an industry where the odds are stacked against him. Along for the ride are his best friends, Bernie Alba, a writer-director, Thea Baez, who is still trying to figure out her sexuality and her true passion, and Rita, Aiden's undocumented ex-girlfriend, who finds herself balancing the chaos between career goals and family responsibilities. Our heroes act as a support system for each other as they try to survive being Latinx millennials in a city where making a living as an artist is completely overrated and downright impossible. It's expensive to be poor. With their heads and hearts caught up in complex scandals and almost no money in their pockets, they fight for their version of the American dream in a city so overpopulated and so overpriced, it can only be LA.
Representation matters and is important, especially within this Trump era that perpetuates hate and ignorance.
It represents everything that everybody that's moved out to LA is doing, you know what I mean? Like, we're from all over the place, and you get to see the experiences from real people.
It's the way that we think and the way that we eat and everything. It's our culture, and we just want to be seen.
I think this project, it gives us that. It gives us representation. It empowers people and really shows what LA is about and the struggles that people go through here in the city.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our video, but most of all, thank you for your contributions.
And remember to stay tuned for LA because it's coming at you soon.
Yeah.
Explains the earlier Kamehamehas.
Character right there.
Love it.
Always.
Well, so welcome LA crew. Please introduce yourselves.
Thanks.
Tell us what LA
Thanks for having
is all
us.
about.
Yeah.
No, thanks for being here. Always down to support the artistic community of East LA. I'm happy that we actually have theater people or actors tonight because it's usually always music, but this space is always really open for anybody in the community, whether it's acting or music or poetry, zine making. They want to come and advertise all of that. So if you know anybody, please let them know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
That's awesome.
Thanks
You must
again.
have- No, please. I went first in our last meeting, so.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
It's not a meeting though.
It's okay.
All right.
Crew drama.
I will start.
Me tiran al fuego.
Hi, my name's Sebastian Fernandez. I'm an East LA native. I'm actually from Floral and Humphreys, so I'm not too far away. Stone's
at
throw
all.
away from over here.
Right by the freeway.
Yeah. I grew up here in East LA, born in Montebello, and I started doing theater when I was in high school. I went back to my elementary school, and everybody was asking me if I had started theater already because I was a crazy, just goofy jokester kind of kid, and I hadn't thought about it, and so I started going in junior year, and I just got bit by the acting bug. I've been acting ever since. I stayed way too long at East Los Angeles Community College and did so many plays where I was just thrown in last minute, and I had to learn a bunch of monologues and stuff like that. And then I went to Cal State LA for a little bit, went to the Philippines, did some filmmaking, got into film there, and ended up starting just doing little short films, little goofy, weird stuff, a lot of black and white stuff, because I like David Lynch, I like Kevin Smith, I like, Almodovar, I like Guillermo del Toro, all of these really weird kind of obscure filmmakers and people that are just odd. I always feel like I was an oddball. I just kind of felt like a ghost a little bit, but I love to hide in the characters that I played. So that's where I kind of started out, and then I met Cruz in Cal State LA. We bonded a little bit in one of our classes in communication, right? Just a little bit. And then, 10 years later or something like that? It was 2012 when we had met, And then maybe not 10 years later, right?
Because it's not 2022.
That's true, right?
So it's not 10 years
It's
later.
not 10. It feels like 10 years later though, but
It does feel like
it was like
maybe like 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years later, we
Yeah.
met up again. We're like, hey, you want to do this thing? And he's like, yeah, I've got this idea for a show. It's called, well, it wasn't called Ellay at first.
Yeah.
So
It's called nothing.
It was called Nothing, and we just started brainstorming with it. It took us a year to finally kind of assimilate our crew of Avengers / Justice League members that we have now, who are all badasses. Shout out to everybody there who's not here but is here in spirit. And we co-created with Rosa Ellay. And I mean, it's probably one of the biggest things that I've created in my life, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm really excited for it.
It looks fun. I mean, from the graphics, you know, from the trailer video, it looks like an amazing project. And I don't think I've seen anything like that independently. Well, you know what? Maybe some, but they're more comedy. Lone Star Entertainment. I don't know if you're familiar
Yeah,
with
Yes.
we
them.
love them. They're
Oh,
great.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you, you know, maybe creating a channel where, you know, your creativity and their creativity keeps us entertained.
Oh, that's cool.
Right
Yeah.
on,
But I
right
really
on.
can't think of any other crew in Los Angeles that it's bringing something fresh and different, that it's really, really cultural, you know, and contemporary, which is what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Wow.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's
You're
flattering.
welcome. So,
Yeah.
so how?
Bro, no. You, come on.
We're going this way now.
Yeah, you're
Sorry,
next.
bro.
Oh, why'd you give in? Okay.
It was just that I always thought that was going to happen like that. So.
Hi, everybody. My name is Cruz William Castillo. I have to say the William because my mom will get upset if I don't. I'm an actor. I've been acting since I was 5 years old. My mom worked in the entertainment industry, and it just fell into my lap, I guess. It was something I was extremely passionate about. I think I watched a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode, and I was like, Mom, I want to do that. I want to do what Will Smith is doing.
I was going to say you want to do the Carlton.
I wanted to do the Carlton. It's got some moves, man. Yeah, and so I think my mom just said, yeah, like, sign me up for theater, and she just started putting me in theater, and I did some stuff when I was a kid, commercial, TV, acting, print stuff, that kind of stuff, and then my mom was like, now you got to get serious about school, because Mom was big on education. So I went to high school. I'm originally from Whittier. Shout out to Whittier. But my mom's from Boyle Heights originally. So I was constantly going back and forth from Whittier to Boyle Heights to visit my family. And then some sprinkled in Montebello, because, you know, it's that whole trail right there, Whittier Boulevard. Everyone just going through there. Yeah, and then I went to Fullerton College. Went to Cal State Fullerton for a while to study theater. It was very hard years. I messed up. And so I went to Fullerton College, where I studied theater and film. And then I went to Cal State LA, where I met this guy. And yeah, I guess we reconnected like 4 or 5 years later.
I was going to say 14, just to add the 10
Yeah, just
before
add
that
to
I
because it's
came
2024
up
now.
with.
Yeah, and we just, I don't know, we started hanging out and we started talking about all these ideas we have. And I think it started because I was talking about how I'm getting like 2 or 3 auditions in a month,
Yeah.
maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
And like my white friends are like getting 2 to 3 auditions in like a day,
Yep.
sometimes like 2 days.
Yep.
And they were like, oh, I just got 7 this week. And I'm like, what the hell? Where have these been? And I would read some of them and I'm like, I can do these. Like, this is completely stuff I can do.
Yeah.
No one's putting me out there, like either my agent sucks or the industry's not looking for me. It's got to give. But either way, it might be a bias on both sides. But so we talked about that, and he was like, yeah, this and that, this experience and all his stuff at East LA Community College for all the many years he was there.
Too many.
And yeah, and we were like, let's just start writing stuff about this, like the experience of what it means to be Latinx, trying to make it in the industry, you're just trying to break through and have your moments and create and meet people that want to do stuff with you and want to make stuff with you that has value, and spread that. And then we just started piecing together, like, hey, this person does this, oh, this person does this, and that person does that.
Yeah.
And so we started to come together, and like he said, an Avengers, a Justice League, started to form, and it was just all these really talented people that were better at other things than we were. So like I could do A, B, and C, and then this person could do like D, E, and F.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
you complement
that's
each
awesome.
other, right?
Yes.
And lucky enough, too, they were all POCs as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got...
Yes.
Was that something that you were looking for specifically when
For
you
sure.
assembled, or was
Yeah.
it- like
We
what if
assembled.
you know what if you know someone outside of our community would have been like, hey, what's up, guys? Someone from the west side, you know, más buenitos que nosotros.
Yes.
Como yo.
Más.
Más güerito que
I,
yo.
I actually, so
That's a
I have
ghost right
this,
there.
and I'm like, I have this friend who looks lighter than you,
Really?
green eyes,
Wow.
and he did that DNA test.
Uh-huh.
And his native indigenous genoma was higher than the European.
Wow.
And then I have another friend, which is the opposite. You know, he looks very indigenous, but his DNA test came back that he was more European descent than.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
you can't
DNA is
judge.
crazy.
You can't judge by the
DNA is
cover.
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
I'm indigenous,
Yeah.
and my family comes from Southwest New Mexico, Tiwa, which is in Isleta Pueblo, which is off the Rio Grande, and there's like I don't even look as brown or as indigenous as actual Pueblo people do, but I
Oh.
still am. So I think that's cool. They all
They're just
shapes,
all
sizes,
shapes
and
and
colors. Like,
Yeah, and I'm
It
full-blown
just-
Cuban, and everybody thinks I'm like Irish or English.
Oh,
And my
okay.
grandfather, I mean, he was born and raised and moved over here. He was born and raised in Cuba, but I mean, he was, you know, gringuito and with his
Yeah,
baby
white
blue
Spaniard
eyes
too.
and blonde hair. I mean,
Spaniard
he
Cuban.
looked super
Yeah.
Spaniard, yeah.
And I'm from Peru, and my sister and I stand next to each other, and we look nothing alike.
Yeah.
She's more like Israeli, light skinned, kind of Middle Eastern
okay.
looking, and I'm Peruvian looking. But I mean, that's the one of the coolest things about being part of this project is that we're all so different.
Yeah.
I've never been in a space like a Latinx space where it's like, oh, everyone here is from all sorts of continents or different parts of the world.
Yeah.
Of this
So-
continent.
So yeah,
The Americas, yeah.
so yes, you are right. Like that was something we were actively looking for,
Correct.
and we were trying to tell a story that divided and showed the other, not to intentionally divide, but show the divided line in LA and show the people on the east side, like San Gabriel Valley, Monterey Park, Alhambra, East LA, downtown LA, Highland Park, anybody that was brown, because you always see these shows and they're like, it's always taking place in like North Hollywood and West
Beverly
Hollywood, and Santa
Hills.
Monica and Venice and
Yeah.
Beverly Hills, and it's like
Van
these
Nuys
aren't the
and
real
Sherman Oaks.
people.
No.
I mean, they're real people, but these aren't the real.
These are in LA.
yeah,
LA people,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, this isn't
Yeah.
the real story. That and like, why does everyone keep repeating that same formula?
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
it's,
So
it's like your trailer said, you know, in this administration's era,
Yeah,
I think that visibility is more important than ever, and that we
Definitely.
really need to represent
Definitely.
and there's a lot of, even amongst ourselves, like I personally don't I have an issue with the Latinx label, but I use it for business purposes because
Mhm.
it is a you know, a marketing handle.
mm-hmm.
But I think that not everybody conforms to Latinx. You know, like I
Mhm.
would rather say I'm indigenous than Latinx because I personally believe that when we uphold the Latino label or the Latinx or the Latina label, then we're still upholding the colonization. We're still upholding the colonized history of our people, whereas you obviously can trace your roots back to pre-colonized times. So then you are in Latinx, you are indigenous, you're native.
Yeah,
You know, and we should, because representation matters, then you should say, I'm native, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so that people, oh shit, you guys are still alive. It's like, yeah, man, my friends, we're still alive.
We're not
Like
here,
I
man.
had this she claimed Italian coworker, and she was like, yeah, the Mayas are dead, and I'm like,
No.
the Mayas disappeared, and I'm like, what are I'm like, what are they? And this is a
Are you
university,
traveling?
you know, a university
Yeah.
student and everything. I'm like, what are
Oh,
they
wow.
teaching in university?
What are they-
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? But it's because we're still, you know, teaching.
We're still
the
battling,
white version.
yeah, the
For sure.
education system. Like it's there
Yeah.
to
But-
keep the oppression going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there's-
so I'm like super, you know, this is super great that you are putting this out there, you know, and there's definitely a divide between how much work they get and how much work you guys get, how much exposure
Yes.
they get and how
Yeah.
much exposure
Yeah.
we get. So and that's and something that I've maintained through the running of this show is that if they're not gonna give us the spotlight, let's just take the spotlight for ourselves.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Let's give us our own spotlight, and we don't need them, you know, because we do have this strong community coming together and bonding and creating something that's
Yeah.
greater
Yeah.
than.
But also it's like, let's show them that we're not just like these stereotypical characters as well. We can have full-fledged lives, full-fledged, You know, we have hates, loves, sadness, fear, and wants as well. You know, and I think that's what one thing that I'm going to jump off of what you had said was that it's about representing correctly who we are as people, as humans. And I think that's part of what we're trying to do with this show is that we can have, you know, shows that are basically based on the east side of LA, and how, you know, it's like, oh, this is what LA is, and oh, look at the struggle of this. That same struggle is within our community, and it's sometimes even amplified because of just like different things, different conflicts that they don't deal with. You know, they don't deal with racism. They don't deal with, you know, domestic violence as much as we do. They don't deal with, you know,
incarceration,
incarceration,
all the hood
drug
issues that
addiction,
we really do
you know,
face,
but we're not just that too. We're a vibrant culture, a vibrant people.
We're regular people, you know. We just want to live our lives. We want to flourish. We want that.
Exactly.
We call it the American dream, right?
Yeah.
Which is also mentioned on your trailer.
Yeah, it's mentioned in quotes, but yes, it is mentioned.
It is mentioned on your trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm like that, but that's basically what is the American dream, you know, and that's something that's gonna vary from you to you to you to you to me, you know.
Yeah,
sure.
And like you said about indigenous, so I do identify as indigenous and native. So talking about the American dream has a whole different context for me. Like, when I hear American dream, that's genocide, and that's manifest destiny, and that's pushing and literally the wiping out of like my people, and
that's the dream that's come into fruition, basically.
Yeah. So we were going to emphasize the character that I play, Aiden. We were going to, and actually it didn't hit me until one time I was talking about how I travel a lot between LA to New Mexico to visit my family in Belen, New Mexico, and Belen's just a few minutes out from the Pueblo, and would go and we spend time there, and I grew up a lot of summers there, and it was Natalia, one of her writers, and she was like, I think that should be in the character. Like the fact that you do that and you have these two worlds that are separate, because it's Los Angeles, this big city, and then I go to Belen, it's like such a small hometown, and then I drive down to this Pueblo, and again, it's like a reservation. Like things are just really bad.
And that's kind of actually really funny now that you mentioned that, because now you have this like spectrum of areas you travel from where you're actually going to auditions in this huge like Hollywood environment where it's just like constantly like berating you with just like, you know, the idea of what somebody sexy looks like, or somebody who's talented looks like, and then you come to Alhambra, or Boyle Heights, which is where we're based, and it's a little bit smaller and it's a little bit more quaint, but it's not as
it's still bigger compared to like
the Pueblo,
So from smaller to smaller, and then go back up. And and one of the things we were also discussing is that we wanted to base it a lot of like Donald Glover and how he did Atlanta, and he made sure that writing room was all black, and he made sure that show was going to be about the black experience in the United States of America, and that if you happen to not be black and watch that and like it, that's the whole point. So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay.
We're trying to talk about Latinos and other people of color striving, thriving, surviving,
Both.
something like that.
Thriving and surviving.
All of the above. In Los Angeles, and that you can be whatever, Asian, black, white, whatever identification you give yourself, you can watch it and be like, I've been there. I felt that. Because that's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's the similarities.
Not
absolutely. The differences.
I was like gonna mention that, but you already beat me to the punch.
Great minds.
Rosa,
your intro. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it was such a rich conversation. I didn't want to interrupt.
Rosa and guest.
I'm co-hosting tonight. Just kidding. No, I got sucked into this LA world because of Sebastian. Actually, we were doing another project together, and then I just on his way out of my house, I was like, "Hey, I'm trying to write more because that's my numero uno passion. Please tell me if you have another thing." And he did. He had LA, and then Cruz came to my house, and he saw one of my books. Haruki Murakami, 1Q84, and he's like, I love this guy. And I was like, maybe there is something cool here.
Yeah.
So then we sat and we talked about one of the characters of the show who's undocumented, who's a mujer, and my heart just like exploded because I was once undocumented as a young woman, as a young child, and then my mom was undocumented for most of her life, and we saw her struggle, and so to learn about this character and things that she's dealing with was very, like, it really touched me to the core, and it reminded me a lot of my personal story, my mother's story. So I was like, yeah, heck yeah, sign me up. I need to do this. I want to do this. And make sure that we honor her voice. And so that's how I got involved with Ellay. A little bit about me. Kind of like you guys. For me, it was Pasadena City College. I was there for like 7 years. Same thing,
yeah?
like telecommunications, theater. Maybe I'll do a little dance while I'm
Yeah.
here. Oh, the music department looks awesome.
Yeah. For real,
So I just
jump
ping,
in.
ping, 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 ping pong to PCC.
That's cool.
And then eventually, like, I had an English teacher who's like, man, if you've been here over 5 years and you don't know what you're doing, just major in English. And I was like, again, he has a point. And so I transferred to UC Berkeley. I left some internships, some really cool jobs at Univision, internship at DreamWorks, and I was just like, I'm packing my bags and peace out industry. I'm going to Berkeley. And I decided to become like a novelist. I was like, I'm just gonna be a writer. But then I had some friends from LA who are like, you need to move back to LA. Things are shifting and changing. So I moved back here in 2015 summer, and started seeing the shift that we've all been waiting for. You know, at that time I feel like it was still baby steps, and now it's just incredible what's happening with a lot of the different stories that are being shared. So I just want to, I think the thing that's most important for me as a creative person and as a storyteller is just to honor the people who we're talking about, honor them and their journeys, and make sure that they're being represented, even if it's a comedic character, even if it's a girl who likes to sleep around, like, who doesn't like to sleep around, you know? Or even if it's a guy who's just like super shy but he's, you know, in this community, or if it's a person who's LGBTQIA+, etc., and let's represent them right, and let's invite them to the writers' room and have them contribute, have them read our scripts, have them tell us if we're making a good work. So, and everyone on our team's all about that. And so for me, that was like, sign me up.
So, who writes? What is your role in all of this?
At the moment, we're all three of us are the co-creators. I'm an actor. I'm playing Bernie Alba, Bernardino Alba. He's Aiden, who's the lead character, Aiden's best friend, also his housemate, I guess. And I'm a writer in the show, and I'm also one of the writers of the show as well. So I've written one episode in the future, essentially. And then, I guess that's my role in the show. There we go.
I'm Cruz Castillo. Did we say the names already?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing this again. Okay. I produce, co-create, I act, and I dabble in writing, but I write a lot more fiction. Like, screenplay writing is very difficult for me.
Yeah.
So I sit with him at the writing table, and I help come up with the stories.
He's
and
the idea machine, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's literally the idea machine. He's like, let's try this, let's explore that. And we're like, yes, let's try this.
And they're they make it come to life via, like, page and words. Like, I can't.
Them too.
Yes.
And
And
I'm
others.
And others.
Yeah, we have two other people. We want to add more people to the table, but
For sure.
our two other people are Natalia Probatas and Keenan Duke.
Shout out to them.
Shout
What's up,
out.
guys?
And I'm a producer as well, co-creator and writer. And I'm focused more on developing Rita Montes and, like, her relationship to the world, but it's Aiden's story. He's like kind of like Danny Glover in the show. Ernie, who's like, you know, he's the central point of what connects all these people together.
Yeah.
And we're here to create the world.
Yeah, he's also, the audience is like way into the
Vision,
story, into
yeah.
this world, essentially. So yeah.
And then you follow the rest of the stories. And
Yeah,
they all
it'll
interweave and
branch out.
come back and forth and, mix and stuff.
And we're here tonight because they're fundraising this is their part of their fundraising campaign.
Yes.
They had a goal. I don't know if you have reached the goal yet.
Oh, let me
okay.
check.
We're actually, we're very
real
close.
close.
We're trying to get 200 backers
Yeah.
tonight.
Which, and you were at, you said you only had 5?
6?
No, we were 170 something now.
170 something. Okay.
Something?
And I think
We are
going-
184.
184 backers. And let's throw that out there. It's LA the show.
LAtheshow.com.
LAELLAY theshow.com. Make sure that you go online right now and you donate. How much are we seeking to raise?
14,000 right now.
14,000 total.
Yeah.
But if you are
The more the merrier.
yeah,
course.
if you're willing to give that much, please do. But if you're an artist like us and
Yeah.
you can only give a certain amount,
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Any
We'll take
dollar.
everything.
And anything, like you're a makeup
matters,
artist, you've got equipment, you're a grip, you're electric, you make art, you draw, you're a graphic designer, anything. We need all of that. All of it helps.
Yeah,
all of it
donate your
matters.
time, donate your experience.
Yeah, if
And
you
that'll
just-
actually push our goal further forward.
Yes.
You know?
How many? So $14,000. How many episodes are you planning on recording? How much of it is it actually done?
Well, we've already shot a sizzle reel, which is what you saw right now.
It's a little bit.
So
yeah.
we're going to be using some of that footage for the episode. But really, we want to make a solid first episode. That way we can start pitching it around and basically accumulate more financing, more resources, support. So that way we can continue making the rest of the season, essentially.
We talked to some people in the industry that were actually interested in our project, and a lot of them told us, like, this is a good concept. You guys have something. We want to see something.
Yeah, because now it's popular, you know. Like
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are popular now,
Yeah.
so they want
We
It's
to.
are.
cool to
Yeah.
be diverse.
Yeah.
So I heard you earlier say that one major cellular brand is one of your backers.
Oh,
Is that
no,
correct?
that's-
No, that's something else.
That was for NHMC. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, damn, they're big. How are we in corporate sponsorships? Are you trying to reach out to any of those?
I think we're trying to reach out to more local,
Local restaurant
Yeah.
businesses to kind of like help us, give us
like
little perks.
L&B's.
Yeah.
That's just because I love their burritos, but they're
Alondras.
Yeah.
Tapayak.
yeah. We want to keep it to the community. We want the community involved.
Yes.
That's why this Seed and Spark has been a great way to campaign this, and it's been like, honestly, it's been like super amazing to see like these random people that I've never met come in and just like donate and give to something.
Yeah.
Because they just recognize something in the story and what we're pitching and the bio we have, and they're just like, hey, I recognize that and I want that. I
Yeah.
want to see that.
Yeah.
So that just, it feels super empowering.
Yeah.
It's also wonderful to reconnect with like old friends.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
been having a lot of reunion just by reaching out to them
Yeah.
and catching up with people who we went to college with or like to school. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been
Some
so
in high school,
yeah, it's been really great. They're like, oh my
years, yeah.
god, you're doing this. I want to give and
Yeah.
like an elementary school teacher that taught me computers when I was like in 3rd and 4th grade.
That's dope.
And she donated and she said, I believe you. Like, I believe in this. I believe in you. I remember when you were a little ham when you were a kid in school, and
cute.
here you are finally
Yeah.
trying to make something for being a ham.
Reaching
And I was
out.
like, Miss Lakey, yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's hard to talk to 3,000 Facebook friends on a daily basis. So when you have
Yes.
something like this, you reach out, you see that everybody still cares about you.
Yeah,
Miss
totally.
Lakey.
And Miss Lakey. Shout out to Miss Lakey.
Shout out to Miss Lakey.
And actually, shout out to Avenida, because
Yeah.
they've been helping us a lot.
Thank you so much.
Fanny and
Avenida
Nelson.
Productions.
Yes, they
Wow.
came onto this. They found us, and they were like, hey, we like what you're selling here, and we want to help you get to this goal.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow, cool, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
And they're forgiving. They want to make more brown stories, more people of color.
Who's your camera crew? Who are the people that help you shoot? And is it all self, kind of like tripod?
Yeah, it's
Thingy.
self-trap. We actually, Cruz and I are housemates, and we live with our DPs for the shoot. So right now we have Kyle Thor, who's an amazing DP, as well as Daniel Kang. Shout out to those guys. They're amazing,
amazing.
DPs.
And they're Asian.
They're Asian.
So we're just anybody. That's the whole
Yeah.
point. It's the story. LA is everybody, right?
That's
so,
what I'm talking about. We got from Justice League coming in from
Yeah.
all walks of life right now. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
So
like-
you're still, of course, accepting more people to come through. You just mentioned that, come donate your
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the best way to reach you, or who would they reach out to?
It's on our website. You can go to LAtheshow.com, and there, if you scroll down, there's a section or a tab that says wish list.
Yeah.
Click on that, and then you can share a message on that, your email and what you're willing to contribute and how much of your time. and the amount of that contribution, and it goes towards our goal.
And also, if you
And
just
get
want to reach
involved.
out and you want to maybe be a writer too, we have social medias on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram, which is
Absolutely.
LA Series.
LA series.
LA
Yeah.
Series on those 3 platforms. So yeah, definitely.
And you can reach out to us individually
Mm-hmm.
if you just want to contact us directly about working on the show.
Definitely.
We want the community. We want
More
people.
actors too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. More
Actors.
actors.
How many?
Are you an actor?
You wanna be
No,
in
I
it?
don't think I have. That's not one of my talents. I have
Okay.
many other ones.
But you can give a shout
If
out.
you change your mind, you can.
Yeah.
Casting call.
All right. How many actors are there currently in the crew?
I would say
The
4
main
main
cast.
casts.
Yeah.
The main cast only.
Yeah.
Doubles.
Doubles? Yeah. No,
We do have other actors who collaborated and contributed their time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 4 main are cast. for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
we definitely have like 10 people that are already ready to go at any time
Yeah.
to shoot.
And we got a pilot episode ready, and it's the one we're gonna film when we raise all this money. I don't know why I did that,
Oh,
but
I was gonna ask if there was
That's
a
late.
pilot.
There is a pilot.
yeah, there is, and I think I counted the characters, and there's 21 to
Oh,
22,
wow.
dude.
Yeah.
So we're
21 to
gonna have an
22.
open call probably pretty soon. The
For
casting
sure.
call.
Sure. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as this is done, though, this is our
Yeah. Our
full-time
main goal
job.
right now is campaigning.
Literally.
So
Like
main
our-
goal tonight is to reach the goal. So people watching, make sure that we are going onto their website and donating. If we are 100 people watching, then we all donate $3. That's $300, and
Yeah.
we meet their goal, right?
It's a cup of
So-
coffee.
All right.
Obama style.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
so-
Oh yeah.
Or was it Obama or Bernie Sanders? Obama, right? $3 donation.
He did $2, I
It's
think.
gonna be Bernie
Obama.
Sanders.
I feel like it was Bernie too. That
You
probably
think it's
did that.
gonna be
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody else.
Bernie Sanders.
You say so much without saying.
Feel the burn. No, I was one of his. I was all for him. You
Yeah,
know.
I
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see. It seems like this election should be pretty fun because it's really putting forward all the I'm not call them liberals, Democrat liberals, and you know that in election time they're just gonna turn against each other, and
Yeah.
we're gonna get to see all the dirt,
Mm-hmm.
and that's always very fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then we get to vote for the worst of the two. I mean, for the I'm sorry, for the less of
Lesser.
the
Of the
evils.
evils.
Lesser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like that food fight in Hook. We're just
I
starting-
live for it. I live for it.
Oh my.
So after tonight, again, your goal. Once you reach your goal, you're gonna film that pilot. I wanna see it. Is there gonna be like a?
You will be invited.
Yeah, is there gonna be like a screening?
Yes.
Like a
Oh,
main-
yeah.
Yeah, I
Definitely
wanna
be
be
a
there.
screening.
Love
Yeah,
party.
sure. We are not
Oh,
doing
let's
this much
see.
work for nobody to see
No,
it. Like,
we're gonna throw
yeah.
it out there.
yeah, and get
Sure.
involved. Do it
Please.
maybe someplace in Boyle Heights.
Yeah.
Get people to come.
Any space, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you practice or rehearse?
Uh,
Got everywhere.
Just
Um,
wherever.
yeah.
Mainly
pretty
your
much everywhere.
pad, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
That's where we have
definitely.
our readings.
we actually live in Alhambra,
Mhm.
and like literally like down the street from us is Rosa,
Rosa.
and that just
Oh,
like
so
worked
Nelson
out.
and-
For
yeah.
That just that was crazy how that worked
Very
out. Yeah.
convenient. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Any questions from an audience there, Daniel?
I'm on it too.
Oh, you are? On
Je ne
the-
sais pas. I don't think there are any questions.
Oh, there's a bunch
Some
of
really cool
watching.
people are here though. Matthew,
Excuse me.
Rigo, hola Rigo, Kitty Ventura.
So you
Oh, we
all-
can talk about.
Moises.
We have some prizes actually.
That's yeah. I was gonna
We
say.
had, yeah, he just you
Do it.
drop it.
Do
That's
you
yours.
want me
That's
to
your
do it?
prize.
I was gonna say
Yes.
also, do you guys want to do a shout out just to the crew that's
Yeah.
not here for us? You know.
Let's do that.
So Joanna Franco, want to say hello to you. Want to say hello to
Antonio Rodriguez.
Antonio Rodriguez, Daniel Corona.
Daniel Corona.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Daniel Corona did a lot of that
Yeah,
footage filming for
a lot
us.
of that filming, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Uh,
editing.
But I mean, everybody has just worked so hard as well. Who am I missing?
Keenan Duke,
Keenan
who
Duke,
wrote our first pilot
Pilot.
episode,
Natalia Provatas.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
for all her ideas.
for all the work.
Constantly.
Alicia
And feedback.
Sixtos, what's up?
Alicia.
Thank you so much.
Bex.
Bex.
For
Bex.
Taylor Klaus. For
You're
donating.
amazing, Bex.
Yeah. For donating so much.
Trying to think.
There are more. Miranda.
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 Miranda Meza.
Miranda Meza.
Miss Calcetale, president of
I
the
just
film
got
club.
like the deer in the headlights.
She's actually cool. Yeah,
dope.
we have a good team.
We got a really good team.
We have a lot of people and everybody's been working extremely hard in the campaign.
Very well.
And that's what's cool about it.
Yeah,
To see everyone come together in our team, work hard, and then the community be like, oh, hey, cool, we're receiving that.
Yeah.
And they give back. And then
Well,
we're just,
the positive energy that we're putting out. It's just
Yeah,
getting-
for sure. It's community. You know, like
Yeah.
one of my associates said, the community will always uphold you when you reach out
Yeah.
for their help. You know, and that's usually what happens. And I can see that, and I think that's the reason why there's more people interested in these type of projects, because it's becoming more popular. You know, there's more of a voice. If anything, the silver lining to this administration is that there is more
Eso.
like F you know, we're here and we want to make it known, and it's our time, really.
yeah, with people like Deb Holland in there. That's just who I think.
Deb Holland?
Yeah, the representative of New Mexico in the 116th Congress. I think it's 116th.
Perhaps, right?
Yeah, and she's just she's Pueblo. She's from New Mexico.
Oh, yeah,
So
I
that's
saw that.
so when she came in, she came in
came
full
in
regalia,
right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And just the fact to do that and walk in this place where you know that
Since
since
the
the
country was
beginning,
born.
these people just thought you were lesser than human, and that you didn't deserve to exist, and now someone is walking through these halls saying, now I make decisions.
Yeah, so
Now
now
I
we get
push
to
things.
infiltrate the system and break it
From the
Change it,
inside.
yeah.
from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
We
No,
should
and that's what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier. You know, like up until now, to me, politics is such a dirty field. Hopefully, you know, that's something that's going to change with the new generations coming in, and you know, we're more open minded, and I think we're a little more. I don't like to say left or right wing, because ultimately it's part of the same system, but I rather use the word humanitarian.
Yeah.
We're more, you know, we're more humanitarian, more humane
Humanists.
against with
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah.
and that is something that hopefully it's a good sign of change.
Yeah.
Well,
I also agree with what Rosa said earlier when you said you were in Berkeley, and a lot of people were like, yo, things are shifting over here. I don't know why, the phone. Things are shifting over here. You got to come back to LA. And you were just like, you took a look. I don't know if you went on Facebook, MySpace back in the day.
No, I
and you
took
were like,
it was a faith leap.
oh, you just,
dang.
yeah, well,
I
you
moved
made
my
a
whole
good
life.
leap.
I made Amos move all the way back to LA.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Amos.
Shout out to Amos.
Yeah.
Shout out to
What's
Amos.
up, Amos?
Yeah.
We love
My
you.
baby daddy.
your baby daddy.
He's my husband, okay.
Also, so he was living with you out there.
He moved to Oakland.
Wow.
He moved to Oakland with me for a year.
That's love.
That's
Wow, yeah.
Well, Oakland's a beautiful place too.
Mhm.
But LA was calling like a siren.
Deadly.
Deadly
Sirens
Yes, we are
lead you
learning
to
that
it.
too.
Yeah.
We're like, man.
But
Price with prices rising, it's just like slowly squeezing.
It's gonna
you
crash.
to
I have a
the-
feeling.
But
It's gonna happen.
yeah, and I think what you were saying, that like there was a shift coming, and I think that shift is way bigger now.
Yeah.
And you're right, price is rising, all this stuff, and there's more people saying F you,
Yeah.
and like fighting back,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
and
totally.
pushing, and
Well,
doing.
this is a fight back, and
Yeah.
kudos to you for doing it, and I really do hope that you get to do your trailer and your pilot. Your pilot and first season. I don't know how many episodes you really are planning on doing. Is
Like
that
5
something?
seasons, 20 episodes,
5
30.
seasons, 20 episodes.
It's unlimited.
Dream big.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep going.
And
Crush
thank you.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's gonna be like The Simpsons.
But thank you for doing this.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you
stuff
for
like
inviting
that,
us,
these
Javier.
things- This is cool.
We don't have a musical act. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's
I
okay.
can scat for a little bit. Right?
It's okay. I
Just
watched.
You
the
should do
trailer.
something.
I think that the interview itself, and just looking at them making do all the, phone and the computer and the
You know which one the
Kamehamehas,
actors
that's
are.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Kamehameha.
Put actors
Oh.
together in a
Oh,
room.
should we do the
Your
Yes.
gifts.
gifts?
You
Your
Okay.
first.
words.
Okay.
You
so-
can too.
David.
John can too.
John.
John. That's why I wanted you to do it. All right.
Oh.
John. All right. Well, yesterday we put it out there that if you donated $100 or more, you would get 2 free tickets. 2 tickets. 2 tickets to
Two.
2 tickets, not 1, 2, to the show that I'm currently in, The Cripple of Inishmaan at Glendale's The Antaeus Theater. And thank you to John Cantu with that Cantu attitude.
Yes.
If you can too, we can too.
We definitely
We've
can.
got like 5 more of those jokes.
We were working on those all
He
night.
contributed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate it. We will get in contact with you soon about what dates you'd like to come You have two choices of cast. There's the Yalamallas and the Fripple Frapples. So it's up to you, John.
Which one are you in?
I'm in the
Fripple
Yalamallas,
Frapples?
but I won't hold it against you if you go see the Fripple Frapples. They're awesome too.
Go see the Fripple Frapples.
No, go ahead. And we have another announcement with
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you to the mujeres, the powerful chingonas of Chicanas, Cholas y Chisme, who have given
Dang,
us
that's a
2
mouthful.
tickets. So if someone between now and hopefully tomorrow morning
Yep.
give us $100, they get 2 tickets to see Chicanas, Cholas y Chisme this year, which is a hot ticket, as y'all know, especially if you're in Boyle Heights.
Yes.
It's called Trigger Warning, and it's a theater festival celebrating the triumphs of women's strength and courage. It's from March 7th through the 31st. If you want to buy tickets, 323-263-7684. If you want 2 free tickets, just donate $100 and you will have them. So yeah, I hope you make it. I just want to give a shout out to all the mujeres who are involved in the show too. I wanted to write down their names because of baby brain. All right, here we go. Producers Claudia Duran, Rocio Diaz, love you ladies. And then associate producers and writers and directors, Daniela Navajo, Wendy Castro, Mariana Herrera, Chanel Garcia, Susan Linares, Maria G. Martinez, Angela Moore, Elvia Susana Rubalcaba, Elena Dominguez, Lorena Ortega, Mari Mercado, Cherezada Caballero, and Doreen Sanchez. Congratulations, ladies, and thank you so much for giving us these 2 tickets as part of our campaign hustle.
Thank
yeah,
you so much.
thank you.
And we also want to show some love to 2 people who are part of the Matriarch show right now that's showing at Teatro Luna. And it's produced by the Roots and Wings Project. That's Jessie Bliss. And we had 2 people who donated that are part of this production. So please check out their show, Matriarch. You can find out more information. Where is your website? On Facebook, therootsandwingsproject.com.
Yeah.
It's really great.
And that's what we're talking about, community.
Eso.
And the fact that like people have come up to help us and just to help us tell stories. And I think that's the powerful part about it. And then that's why we're trying to give back and we go out and support because we all deserve to have our stories told. So it's really cool to see all this.
Has any of you participated with queer storytelling at Casa 0101?
You mean Brown and
Brown
Out?
They have to. No, the queer storytelling.
Eastside Queer Stories.
Eastside Queer Stories.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh.
I acted their first year with them. Shout out to Ana Bernal, QYouthFoundation.org. And the second year I directed with them. And then I slowly started stepping back because it's such a sacred space that's, representation matters.
Mhm.
And I don't identify in the LGBTQIA spectrum, so all power, and I support them all the time and give them so much love.
Yeah.
They're great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any last words for our audience before we move on to our next performance? No performance tonight.
It's a club show.
It's a clown show.
Like final words or messages to the audience?
Well, whatever you want, like, is there anything else that we should talk about? Touch with the show, anything that you need, anything that you want? More shout outs?
Damn, there's so much. Okay, you go. Do you got
No,
anything?
you got something. I know you got it. So go for it. Jump off of that.
Yeah, we're actually currently looking for more female writers.
Yeah.
We have 2 very strong characters in the story that are females. We have Fia Baez and Rita Montes. And I was raised by women, and it was my mother. Shout out to my mom. And I think this is my second shout out to my mom. And
Shout
my
out to
2
my mom, because my mom kicked my butt too.
Yeah.
Shout out
And
to
shout out
moms.
to my mom today because we gossiped a lot and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
It's cool. It was my mom, my 2 aunts, and my grandma. I was just surrounded a lot by women growing up. And then when we were all coming together, we were all talking about powerful women. That's why we have powerful women co-creating the show. And
Yep.
we want to have more powerful women coming into it because we have 2 very powerful women and characters in the show that we want brought more to life.
Yeah.
And one is undocumented and one is LGBTQ+, figuring out sexuality and the spectrum and all that stuff and where they stand. And these are just good stories. And we just want women to come onto the team to help tell the stories. So I think that's what it is. We're looking for female writers as well.
Yeah.
Female writers
Yeah.
out there.
Please.
Make sure that you contact LAtheshow.com. All the information, all the links to get in touch with them are going to be there. You please go if you weren't able to watch the trailer earlier. make sure that you watch it again and donate to their cause. And I get your donation. It's open, right? Like even after tonight, or it's still
Yeah.
open. For
Oh, yeah.
people
We go
to-
till March.
Yeah, March 3rd.
March 3rd.
March 3rd at 9 p.m.
Yep.
It's the last time. You gotta do it by 8:59 p.m. on March 3rd.
Get it in. Get it in.
But the next $100 gets 2 tickets to Chicanas, Cholas y Chisme.
That is true.
Chicanas, cholas, y chismes.
And we're looking for more treats in the community.
Yeah.
So we'll
Oh, yeah.
see what
More
we can get.
treats?
More
More
tickets to
perks.
shows,
Yeah.
more perks,
Oh.
Perks,
Okay,
stuff
I
like
see.
that. Yeah.
more things to give
Cool.
away to you guys.
So
it's
do you guys
beautiful.
like hold raffles and stuff? Or
I think
We're working
Something to think about. Yeah.
We're working
Yeah.
on it.
house parties? Donate,
Oh,
$20
yeah.
at the entrance.
Oh, sure. We
Open
can do that
bar.
at our place for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have perks within the Sedens Park itself, for sure.
Yeah.
But then now, since we're coming closer to the deadline, we're just adding more and more new
Yeah,
cool
of
stuff.
course.
Yeah.
You know,
We were gonna give away Trump toilet paper.
I think we
That was
still
one of
are.
our things. Are we?
We're just going to do it anyways.
And where
Just
can
like
people
everybody
go
gets
see you right now? Are you working a current project?
I
He
am
is,
I'm
obviously,
doing,
but-
I'm doing NTS Theater in Glendale. It's the Cripple of Inishman. I am the Yellow Mallows cast. And what else?
Frapples.
Cripple Frapples.
I'm not doing it. I work for the National Hispanic Media Coalition.
Shout out to NHMC.
Shout out to NHMC.
These are awesome.
Yeah, they're out there pushing for the voices of the Latinx community,
They got our
Latinos,
backs.
Hispanic, Indigenous, Native, everybody in that spectrum. They're pushing for intersectionality, period. Anybody that deserves to have their stories told.
What do you do?
They have
in
a
that
gala coming up?
organization?
They do, yeah. I social media and brand
Coordinator.
something.
I would say social media coordinator.
Yeah, social media coordinator, but also like brand ambassador. I go around and my job is to get involved with the community, talk to people, find out what's going on, get people to know of NHMC, and then get them to work with NHMC. We have 2 writers programs to help you learn, writing for TV. Some of it's film, and we have a Latino scene showcase. And actually, we're looking for submissions right now.
Yep. I was gonna say
And
that.
yeah, anybody write a scene and turn it in for the Latino Scene Showcase. And I think, I don't want to say when the Latino Scene Showcase will be, in case.
When's the deadline for the?
The deadline to turn in your submissions is February 28th. I think it's like 5 pages at the most. Don't go for, no, it's 3 pages. Don't go for more than a 3-minute scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't go too crazy with characters. Try to keep it, contained within those characters.
3 to 5 pages.
No, 3 pages.
3
3 to
pages
4?
max?
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes per each scene. Yeah, woof woof. And that's what they're currently looking for. We actually have a gala on Impact Awards Gala. It's one of our biggest events. We're having it this Friday, the 22nd? Yes, because it's our 22nd gala. It's the 22nd, on the 22nd. We're actually honoring Yalitza
Yeah.
from Roma.
Do some name drop.
Yeah. Yalitza, Veronica Falcon.
So she's gonna be there.
She's gonna be there. Yeah.
Just getting an award.
I just held her award the other day because I can't touch it, so I had to touch it with gloves because it's like glass. It's muy fancy. And then we're gonna have Veronica Falcon. She's actually in Queen of the South. She has a really cool voice. Like I can hear her when she's on TV talking. I'm like, yeah, Veronica Falcon. And we're also honoring Pantaleon Films, which does a lot with Eugene Derbez.
Eugenio.
Eugenio.
Eugenio. Yeah, Derbez. And
Castavita.
yeah, we're also honoring the Casa Vida and Tanya Straccio. And I host NHMC's podcast and radio, and I interview a lot of really cool, talented people across all spectrums, all identities. It's been really cool. Like we had a drag queen episode, Tony Soto. We had Tanya Straccio recently, and she talked about representation of Latinos, Latinx, Latinas, talking about where the show's grounded, talking about the writing room that she created for Latinos and a lot of LGBTQ plus QIA plus people in it.
And
LGBTQ.
there's more,
LGBTQ, yeah.
like Soji. Anna always tells me that, and I'm like, I forget.
Yeah. To me, at that point, I was just like, we already know the spectrum. I mean, like
It's
I
so
am,
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm gay, so I'm like LGBTQIA plus.
Soji.
But then there's
Plus,
like the
plus, plus.
Soji, and I don't know. There's too many of her.
It's gonna keep growing. Who else we got? We got Clifton Collins. He's the grandson of Pedro Gonzalez Gonzalez.
Who's that?
And he's a famous actor. Did a lot of the old westerns and black and whites. He's a good actor, and his son's as good, if not actually even better.
Who's hosting?
Melissa Fumero and Stephanie Beatriz are hosting, and they're the two ladies from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Nine.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of that show.
No.
Him and the roommates watch it, and they watch it on repeat all the damn time in the house. All the time. And we have Jaime Camille presenting.
Again, really?
Yeah.
Oh dang! Who's there last year?
Yeah, the Camille
I was
himself.
there last
The
The
Jaime.
guy from Mexico?
He's
Yes,
so tall.
the singer and the.
He's a singer? I thought he was just an actor.
He is an actor, but he also sang.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah, I think.
He can do anything.
Yeah, that guy can do anything.
He really can.
We have a lot of people, and I feel like I'm blanking on things right now. But we've got a lot of cool, talented people that will be there. And it's just a night to recognize
How much is the ticket to the gala?
Latinos. It closes tonight, actually, on Eventbrite. Look at the NHMC Impact Awards. I do not know the exact price because I'm just doing social media. I'm not the one balancing all the prices and stuff like that. But it's great, and I think it's almost nearly sold out, if not sold out.
Awesome.
So, yeah, check it out on Eventbrite.
Too late you lost your opportunity to go see Yalitza in person at the
Sorry,
NHC Cinema Awards.
I'm super excited for your Ellay, though. That's
Yeah.
probably the biggest thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
To go see someone that looks like the women in my family or the women in the past in my family, and to see, like,
Who's being recognized
Yeah.
for her talents.
yeah. I have a picture of my great-great-grandmother who is indigenous, and she's beautiful, and she's old, and she's brown, and she's in, like, this really tight collared white people clothes, and I'm just looking there, and, like, her name is Maria Jesus Quiñones, blah, 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 and, like, I know that's not her original name, but I'm sure we don't know her original name. But it just, I see her, and then, like, that's literally how Yalitza looks.
Oh, really? That's
and I'm
awesome.
like, that's...
Yay, indigenous blood.
Yes, exactly. But it's not, because
You
the
know, we have
Mayans...
some, what are you, Quechua Aymara?
Well, that's the sad part about my family, and I haven't done the ancestry test, but we really don't know what indigenous group we come from. But the land where my family is from is the Chimu, the Chimu tribe. But we don't know if we were part of Chimu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were overpowered by the Incas eventually.
Rosa, do you have anything that you want to push right now?
No, just matriarch, Chicanas, Cholas y Chisme. Actually, there is an event tomorrow at Casa 0101 Theater. It's a fundraiser for Sister Act. They're putting up Sister Act, directed by Rigo Tejeda. So if you want to support that, it's only $5.
Nice.
And
Whoopi Goldberg, Sister Act?
it's a
Yeah, it's
Broadway show tunes kind of night.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Jacqueline
I'm down.
Lorraine is playing our Dolores, and she was Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast earlier last year, the January and then March. So if you loved her,
cool.
and everybody did, come check it out. Come
When's
see
Sister
that.
Act opening?
It's after CCC, Chicanas, Cholas y Chisme.
Sweet. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Sister Act.
shout out to my friend Jared Yazi and Shayna and Hannah and their
Both of
clothing
us.
company OXDX.
We didn't plan this.
I don't know if any of this
But
is...
you know what?
But,
on Planet?
We didn't
I
No,
plan
we
need
this.
didn't.
one
Actually, we
now.
weren't. Yeah.
I feel so left out.
This is the shirt I'm actually wearing in the campaign video.
Take it off.
I've washed it since then. But it's to represent... They're Navajo, and they're from Arizona, and it's an indigenous clothing company, and it's just amazing, and you guys should go check them out. OXDX.
OXD.
Google it, because I'm pretty sure it's the only OXDX out there.
Or follow them on
Instagram. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
find them on Instagram.
OXDX
They do
clothing.
amazing work.
They really do.
Yeah. Shayna's a boss. Jared comes up with all the ideas, and Hannah takes amazing photos. And together they're just like this powerhouse.
Cool.
And they do great things. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for being here and for letting us know about your amazing project. I hope that you reach your goal, and
Thank you.
I
Thank you,
want to
yeah.
see the pilot. I'm ready for the pilot release screening, and we'll see you. And again, we're Lake Nation Islos. If you are part of the artistic community of East Label Heights Commerce, Montebello, El Sereno, what else? Highland Park, Lincoln Park.
There's Gente in Alhambra too.
Alhambra.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, all around East LA. We're East LA centric. Please send us a message via latenightsnislos@gmail.com or follow us on any social media as Late Nights in Islos and let us know that you want to participate, and we'll be happy to accommodate, find the date. Next week we have media person coming to do a acoustic performance for you. So make sure that you tune back in. Again, LateNightsInIslos.com takes you to our YouTube page. YouTube works exactly like any other social media. You have to subscribe to our channel. You have to like the video. You have to comment on the video. Make sure that we're getting traffic, because that way the world is really tuning in to this amazing talent that we're bringing straight out of Islos for the world. Have a good night, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you